Hey team, this is Casey.
And this is Shannon, and you're listening to 8 Count Breakdown.
You're home for all things college dance all in one place. 16 teams, 3 divisions, 5 categories. We asked teams to tell us about their 2026 national season without giving anything away.
Some teams are coming back after years away. Some are defending history-making seasons. Some are resetting everything they thought they knew about themselves.
In today's episode, we're breaking down the intentions and themes teams are bringing into Nationals 2026. We asked these teams 3 questions about their motto, their goals, and what fans should watch for.
We wanted to get a look into the mindsets behind the routines, what's driving these teams, what they're carrying with them into Nationals, and why this season matters to them.
By sharing their mottos and messages, our goal is to help create a deeper connection between teams and fans and to give these teams the space to tell their story.
We hope this episode helps you find something that resonates. So when a team takes the floor, you understand their why and feel invested in the performance. We're not spoiling songs or themes today, but we are sharing what these teams are excited about, what challenged them, and what they hope you feel when they perform.
Stick around because you might find yourself rallying behind a new motto, connecting with a message, and walking away with a new favorite team.
So we're going to kick it off with Division 1A, starting with Arizona State University. So a little bit of background history on ASU. They were a top-ranking team at UDA in the D1A division in both the Jazz and Pom category prior to the pandemic in 2020. They were 3rd in Jazz and 4th in Pom the last time they competed at UDA. After the pandemic, they took a year off from competing and then switched to compete at the College Classic, where they took home the Jazz title 3 years in a row and took 2nd place in Pom all 4 years. Their biggest rival was Kansas State University. This is their first year back at UDA since 2020, and they will actually be competing in jazz and hip hop this year. So we can't wait to see what they bring.
So over the past couple months, we've been reaching out to these teams and asking them about their motto, their goals for the season, and what fans should look for. So Arizona State's motto for this season, they are actually keeping their motto a secret because it comes from a lyric in one of their dances. But the bigger overarching theme for Arizona is all about taking the floor with purpose, connecting with the audience, and giving everything they've got. And it's about having fun together, trusting their preparation and each other, and leaving everything on the floor. Their goals for this season are to continue growing as a team while performing with confidence, pride, trust, and precision. They want to trust the work that they've put in, show up for one another every day, and compete in a way that they're proud of. And beyond results, they want to know that they left everything on the floor, danced as one, and represented their university in a way that reflects the culture, work ethic, and love for one another. And I think that's so beautiful when you can unite with not only your team, but your entire school and hopefully get your classmates and your university on board with your purpose.
I feel like for this team, the motto and the goals and just the intention behind their season this year is more important than ever. Coming back from being such a prominent team in this division and just feeling that pressure of like trying to prove themselves when they come back, just taking the floor with a purpose. If they do all of these things, they are going to prove themselves, right? No matter the placements, no matter what the end results are, they're going to come back and show everyone what this team is about. And so I just love that they have so much behind their season.
Yeah, and I don't even think they need to prove themselves. I think there is so much hype around them returning to UDA that everybody is just so excited for them to come back and hopefully start fighting for those top spots, because I think a lot of people would love to see a shakeup. We love all the teams that have been finding success lately, but sometimes you want somebody to come in and shake things up. I think that a lot of people would have a lot of fun with that.
And I agree. I don't think they have to prove anything, but I just hope that they can relieve some of that pressure that they might feel because of all the hype that's coming from the social media world and just all the spectators and new fans, that they can just have a lot of fun just returning to the energy that is UDA.
Yeah, I really hope that they can ride their goal of just performing with confidence and pride in what they're doing, because their preparation is what's going to take them all the way. So we're really excited today to share some insight about what teams have prepared for us this weekend. We're not giving anything away. Like Shannon said, we're not telling you songs. We're not telling you what their themes are, but kind of some little sneak peeks at what to keep an eye out for. Arizona said that their routines really challenged their team this season. Hip hop has been a fun new experience since they haven't competed in that category in a while. And fun little insight here, you'll notice a Chicago style influence with lots of detailed stylistic moments and strong musicality. So I am so curious to know what they mean.
So many thoughts running through my head. I mean, my
know.
brain immediately goes to Chicago the musical.
I don't know.
It could mean like so many different things. I feel like they wouldn't give that away though. So I feel like they have to mean something else that's like not as obvious.
Yeah. I'm going to also tell you about some of their profile pictures that they've changed, at least the teams that we're talking about today. But they had to be intentional and fully commit to a style that was different for them with hip hop. And then their jazz routine is also something special, very different in all the best ways. It focuses on storytelling while highlighting the athleticism of the team. So this is going to be a fun one. The routine is dynamic, constantly building, shifting, and evolving. When Mia Basila, the competition captain, I'm so sorry, Mia, if I said your last name wrong, but when she sent this to me, I got so excited reading that it's just going to keep building because I love when a dance just like keeps growing the whole time.
I will probably end up on my feet.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And they hope it will make the audience feel something while also showcasing the strength and versatility of the dancers. And overall, the team genuinely loves both of their routines and is proud of how they reflect the growth, versatility, and hard work of their athletes. We're going to see a wide range from Arizona this year, and I truly cannot wait to see these routines. For those of you that don't know, teams on Instagram the last few years have been changing their profile pictures to kind of give little hints about their song or theme or just overall vibe. And they're very Taylor Swift Easter egg or Stranger Things fans. This last week, there were a lot of people reading into Easter eggs that weren't there. So I feel like if you like Taylor Swift's Easter eggs, you also like trying to figure out what their profile pictures mean. So Arizona, the team changed their profile picture to, it's like an AI generated image of this girl wearing plaid. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. The girl is throwing up the ASU's Forks Up and riding Benny the Bull, the Chicago Bulls mascot. And the background looks like they're either in a concert venue or like on the UDA floor or something like that. So my guess, because I don't know what Benny the Bull has to do with it, but I feel like it's just to showcase the fact that it has the Chicago style to it. And I was guessing Kanye West is from Chicago. So I don't know if they're going to do like a Kanye song. My wishful thinking has me hoping for All of the Lights by Kanye because the background is in this like concert or like UDA stage setting because there's lights shining in from the back. So I don't know. I love that song. Yeah, I don't know.
I have zero ideas.
That's okay. I've gotten a couple requests over the last week to post videos of us guessing what these profile pictures mean, and I just like come up blank. There are a few guesses that I have in this episode, but
no, I feel like you're way better at this than I am. Someone was saying, so I guess the year that LSU did the umbrellas, their profile picture was changed to like M&Ms.
Yeah.
And like someone said it was because they thought they looked like M&Ms when their umbrella was
like, how could we guess that?
Like literally would never guess that.
Honestly, like some of these profile pictures might just mean something to the teams and nobody will ever get that. And that's okay because it's
just fun.
It doesn't need to be something. Like most teams don't want to actually give this away.
It doesn't have to be
so
that
they're
deep.
not going to be on the nose most of the time. I have a couple guesses in here that I'm like, this feels really on the nose. So I feel like it's wrong, but this is the only thing I'm coming up with. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Props to the people that do. My brain doesn't work like that. And thank you to Mia, Arizona State's competition captain, for helping us with these answers.
So now we're going to head to University of South Carolina. Last year, they placed 8th in hip hop and 11th in jazz.
So the Carolina dance team, they don't have a specific nationals theme or motto, but their focus for the whole season was summed up in one phrase: respect the rise. And with a new head coach and assistant coach leading the way, they've brought in a lot of big changes, ramped up the intensity, pushed technical training to a whole new level. The goal for the team this year is to fully buy into the vision of their routines this year. The team has said many times, we don't have dreams, we have plans.
That's phenomenal.
I love that. Like, What are your dreams for the season? No. These are our plans. Like that's
It's very concrete. I feel like they are definitely a team to watch this year.
Oh, yeah. And they just wrapped it up by saying, trust the process and respect the rise. Their goals for this season. Their main focus has been stamina, and looking back at the past few seasons, they knew that this was a big area that they wanted to really improve upon. And cardio and high intensity interval training have been a big part of their preparation. And what to look for this season from South Carolina is athleticism and versatility. Their jazz routine is showing a whole new side of the team, highlighting just how versatile they are. And hip hop, all that Lindsay Hodge, their head coach, could say was, woo, get ready, with a winky face. And I ate that up. Get ready.
We're ready. We are ready.
I'm
Carolina
so
dance
ready.
team.
And then their profile picture, they changed it to Vecna from Stranger Things. And a lot of teams are like saying Vecna in their what's one word to describe jazz this year, and several teams have Vecna in their profile picture that they've changed it to. So I don't know if it's just because of recency, but lots of Vecna going on. So Vecna with pink troll hair eating a shrimp boil, and the background is like snowy, woodsy landscape. And I have absolutely no guesses for this. I'm stumped.
Okay, I wonder if their jazz is to Taylor Swift. Because the snowy, woodsy landscape reminds me of folklore.
Okay, I would die.
I know you would.
I think
this is going to be kind of weird coming from me instead of you because I'm not like, I don't know all of Taylor Swift's. But I do remember, like, wasn't that album like super woodsy? Yeah. The pink troll hair is throwing me off.
I would agree that the snowy, woodsy landscape probably has something to do with jazz.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Vecna is probably the vibe. And then the pink troll hair makes me think of the movie Trolls.
Yeah, same.
So I'm wondering if it's like, probably not like a
Justin
Trolls
Timberlake
original song, but
Justin
if it's
Timberlake
like
song.
Justin Timberlake, or if, because they cover some songs in the movies.
Oh,
One of the originals of a song that's in one of the Trolls movies. Couldn't tell you what it's going to be.
Okay, but that was good.
So if you are listening on Spotify or YouTube, there are comment sections on both. So, like, if you have guesses, let us know. We'd love to hear them.
Like, you should throw it out there before nationals because then you can have bragging rights of like, look, it's in writing. Okay, so now we're going to shift over to Division 1. Hofstra University is first. So last year they placed first in jazz, second in pom, and first for game day. So
great year.
Yeah.
Great year for Hofstra. Their motto for this season is purpose beats pressure. So that has a lot to do with their history-making year last year. They knew that expectations could easily turn into pressure this year, coming off of such a successful season. So the focus has been on grounding the team and why they're here, why they love dance, why they chose this team, and why they get to compete at this level. And instead of letting outcomes drive the season, they're letting purpose lead the way. And that ties directly into a long-standing program value that's been around since the 1990s, dance as one. And it's a reminder that unity off the floor matters just as much as the unity on it, because to truly dance as one, they have to be one as a program. Their goal for this season is to leave the floor with 3 routines they're genuinely proud of. They want to walk away feeling accomplished, united, and confident in what they put out there. And throughout the season, the focus has been on growth and staying aligned with their motto and taking pride in themselves and everyone involved in the process. Winning for them is, of course, a goal. They do believe the opportunity to win only comes when those values are fully in place first.
Yes.
And I could not agree more with that statement. I think that you must be aligned as a team, as a program, in order to fully be able to achieve at the highest level. And then what to look for this season. Their 2026 routines are full of excitement, creativity, and high energy, which I think is so true to Hofstra. I'm always so excited to see what they do because they're just
so much energy comes out of that team. And I feel like I can just always feel it. Yeah, when they're dancing. It's just like nonstop beginning to end.
So I love that we're going to see more of that this year. And whether that's bold, powerful energy in pom, crowd-driven energy on game day, or dynamic movement in jazz, they feel these routines do exactly that, and they're putting in the work to make sure it all comes to life on the floor for everyone to see. I can't wait to see Hofstra every year, but like even more so now, knowing that they just strive to be bigger and bolder and more dynamic every year. Their profile picture, they changed it to an erupting volcano, And out of the volcano, there's like a cloud of smoke coming out, and there's the following emojis: a tennis shoe, a Minecraft sword, a piranha, an airplane, fire, a shield, a lightning bolt, and a stop sign.
We're going to leave that one there.
Yep. This could
That would be a
mean
lot to unpack.
any number of things, and I just feel like it means there's going to be a lot going on in all the best ways. That's what I get from that. Thank you so much to Kelly Olson-Leon, their head coach, for providing us with those responses.
Next is College of Charleston. So last year they placed second in hip hop. They made it past prelims in jazz, ended up 13th in semis, and 7th in game day.
The College of Charleston Cougarettes dance team is heading into this year's nationals with focus and momentum. Last season brought mixed emotions. They experienced an incredible high with a second place finish in Division I hip hop, paired with the disappointment of not advancing to finals in jazz. This season, their primary objective is to make finals in all 3 categories, giving themselves as many opportunities as possible to put their routines on the nationals floor. And I totally understand that. You put so much work into these routines for months and months. You want to do them more than once. It's unfortunate that teams only do some of these routines that they've worked on for months one time and then it's over. I totally understand the want to perform the dances 2-3 times.
I think the hardest part is not knowing when it's going to be your last time. So like when you perform in finals, you know that that's your last time. So you get to approach it with a different mindset, different emotions. There's a lot of unfinished business or just like closure, right? When you perform it at semis and you don't get to perform it again, but you think you're going to be able to perform it again, like you don't get that closure of like performing it and being like, here is the last time I will be performing this dance that I've worked on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you have to perform every time like it's going to be your last time, no matter who you are.
But
really.
and I think you do that, but I just think in the back of your mind, you never actually think it's going to be your last time, right? Like you always perform like it's your last, like this could be our last time doing this. So leave it all on the floor and you do, but there's always that little part in your mind that's like, we'll probably get to do this again. Like, this is a phenomenal routine. Like, everyone believes in.
And you're so proud of it.
Yeah, exactly.
You believe in it.
And, like, you've worked on it for so long. Yeah, that it's just, like, it's a part of who you are. And, yeah, it's very emotional. There's a lot of emotions tied to these routines. Yeah. And they were so close in jazz. I'm pretty sure they took, like, the top 11. So they were just, like, inches away from making it to finals. So I know they can do it. And I love that they have that fire under them for this year.
One of their biggest changes this year has come in jazz. They brought in a new choreographer this year. Head coach Erica Slaughter said that they absolutely have an immense love and respect for Leah Evans, but they felt that it was time to explore something new. So this year, working with Allie Flieger resulted in a jazz routine unlike anything that they've previously seen in Division I, which is a bold statement. But they're calling this dance bold, unexpected, and definitely a risk they're excited to take. So
that makes me feel like it's like dabbling into other dance styles.
Yeah. Like what could that... I know that jazz is a very diverse...
Yeah. It's got the widest range of style in it. Yeah.
I don't even feel like I can even speculate anything because what could that possibly be?
I
don't know. There's a wide range.
That they're for sure, pushing the jazz box.
Yeah, so excited to see what they mean by that. Hip hop continues to highlight the team's strengths with choreography from Jonathan Davis and Ashana Leverett. I believe they choreographed their routines last year, and that allows them to fully lean into their true style and energy while having fun in the process. And they're also shaking things up with a new choreographer for game day, Franco Pariso. Erica said his approach helped elevate their spirit, presentation, and overall performance quality across fight song, sideline, and chant. And they're eager to take the floor this weekend and compete alongside so many talented Division I teams, and they're proud of the growth that they've shown and excited for what's ahead. Their profile picture is currently a purple heart eating a Tootsie Roll, riding a bull. If we're thinking literal, Kendrick Lamar has a song, Purple Heart, but I can't envision a dance to that song. So maybe it's a Kendrick Lamar song off the same album. Otherwise, a jazz song to a song off of the Purple Hearts Netflix movie soundtrack. And then I'm praying that the Tootsie Roll represents either Tootsie Roll by 6ix9ine Boys or Tootsie Slide by Drake. But I do know that most teams don't put like their literal song. So I'm taking it literally, but I know that that's probably not going to be it.
I'm going to throw out maybe a Prince song. because he's known for being like purple rain.
But thank you to Erica Slaughter, Charleston's head coach, assistant coach Maddie Lynch, assistant coach Sydney Wynn.
Next is Grand Canyon University. So last year they placed 5th in hip hop, 6th in jazz, and they are a three-peat champs of the Spirit Program Game Day Live and are very proud of this, as they should be. That's a phenomenal feat.
Their guiding motto has always been all for him. GCU is a Christian university. Jackie, their head coach, let us know that there are challenges that come with being a Christian athlete, but there's also unexplainable joy. And this motto, all for him, helps keep everything in perspective. And when the focus stays on gratitude and something bigger than themselves, it recenters their purpose and reminds them that the joy found in the journey is just as meaningful as the outcome. I think whether you are Christian or not, I think that can resonate with anybody, and just finding gratitude and
just a purpose bigger than yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
No matter what that is. Taking the focus off of you at the center really helps put things in perspective, and trying to relieve the pressure of being perfect and placing a certain spot. Just enjoying, loving what you do, sharing it with others.
Yeah, and they're doing it all for him. For their goals, rather than focusing solely on traditional goals, their coach emphasizes setting nationals standards and commitments. They've found that having standards of what they will and will not do when it comes to nationals, they've found that this puts them in a healthier headspace and in the ways that they show up for one another, the daily mindsets that they choose to commit to. And Jackie said that this approach keeps the focus on control, connection, and consistency throughout the nationals experience. And I thought that it made it very clear. Having standards makes it clear, like, what they're there to do.
Yeah, they said centering on actions they will and will not take. Those are very specific. Here's an action that we will take. Here's an action that we will not take. It's black and white. There's no room for ambiguity.
And I think that as long as everybody's meeting those standards, their goals are met. Their standards are being lived up to. And I think that that's a great way to find success. As for what to watch, what stands out most is how committed they are to giving every performance the same level of care and intention. They're deeply passionate about being strong dancers first, with a real focus on movement quality, dynamics, technique, and connection. Their goal is for the audience to feel something. And they said that dance is storytelling, and they embrace their role as artistic athletes, bringing those stories to life on a national stage. So their dancers changed their profile pictures to Grimace holding the Grimace shake from a couple years ago.
I vaguely remember that one.
I think it was 2023 when this was a thing. And on TikTok, there were people posting these videos about trying the Grimace shake. And then it would go to another scene and they have purple shake spilling out of their mouths, like Grimace got them. So I'm trying to think if there was a song that was popular around the same time that this trend was happening.
I need to know what flavor the shake was in order to make my guess.
Was it wild berry? If so,
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tart theme. Their coach also sent some fun facts. She said, our university truly values our participation in game days. Therefore, we perform a new routine at each basketball game. So that's a lot of choreography with quick turnarounds to learn, clean, and perform throughout the season. It's also the reason that they have a team of 40. No one knows half the team has gone to Orlando that week in January because they continue to participate in athletic game days, or part of their team does that stays back. Jackie's coaching strategy includes spending quality time coaching her student leaders to lead their teammates, so they transition into new leadership roles during national season. Each routine has 2 captains, and their home squad has a captain. It's an opportunity for dancers not previously in a captain position to gain skills and support in leadership roles during this high pressure time of year. Then you kind of delegate and share the love. She said, our Spirit program is more than a working relationship, and we're all each other's biggest hype squad. Maybe that happens everywhere, but it feels special for us. Performing in the Spirit program game day live category and creating a full production is on a whole different level because of the continued attention on our program, the drive to keep outdoing ourselves, and allows for creative freedom. We've got some fun things up our sleeves. So I loved hearing from Grand Canyon. I love seeing their dances every year, and I just want to say thank you so much, Jackie. We really appreciate all of this wonderful insight into your team.
Moving on to North Dakota State University. Last year, they placed 5th in POM, 14th in semis for hip hop, and 12th in semis for game day.
North Dakota's motto for this season is All for Us, which reflects their commitment to unity, accountability, and putting the team above the individual in every part of their work. So this season, they're choosing to lead with intention and make a statement on the floor, focusing less on placement and more on who they are and how they show up together. Their goal for this season is to honor their program and the state of North Dakota with pride and respect, and they want to stand out not only for their technical strength, but for how fully connected they are to the vision, intention, and overall product that they bring to the floor. I love that they are rooting their season in pride and togetherness and doing it for themselves, because you should always do it for yourself. And if you're not doing it for yourself, then you need to do it for your team because they're relying on you.
Just honoring the state of North Dakota. I love that they carry that with such pride. I feel like a lot of people feel a lot of pride in their school, but you don't hear as often having the pride to represent their state.
This year's routines are going to capture the essence of their program and reflect who they truly are as a team. Every moment on the floor is authentic, showcasing performances that are undeniably and uniquely true to the athletes themselves. And I truly believe that that will help the best of them shine through. If you are committed to honoring your team for who they are, that's going to shine through no matter what you do.
That's going to deliver the best routine.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if it doesn't place well, at least it's something that you're proud of, and it's something that the audience will see come through. The dancers changed their profile picture to Vecna, dressed like a pimp with blonde braids.
Okay, I'm going to throw out a prediction that this is going to be another one of those years where multiple teams are going to have the same song, because of these like similar profile pictures.
I was thinking the same thing. So Stranger Things, each season has like songs from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if people saying Vecna means like they're doing a song from Stranger Things or they're doing a song from the 80s, or if it's just the general vibe, because Vecna is kind of like dark, like super villain, mind control. Like there's songs about mind control. So like it could be any number of things. So there was a popular song on this last season, Upside Down, Diana Ross. Again, put your guesses in the comments because I just have no idea. Not a clue. But thank you to Aaliyah Kretschmann and Alyssa Lewison, the Bison Dance Team coaches.
So heading to Utah Valley University, UVU. Last year, they placed 1st in hip hop and 4th in jazz.
Their motto for this year is Elevate. It's about growth, not just as dancers, but as people. Every day, they focus on being intentional in their interactions and authentic in their approach, which has helped them grow closer as a team. This year, their bond has become unbreakable, grounded in love, hope, and unity. Their goal this season is to pour their hearts onto the floor. They want to honor the incredible work of their choreographers, Chelsea Siebes and Dietrich, by performing at the highest level possible, and they hope every routine makes them proud. I didn't hear this from any other team. That's such a big part of it, too. These choreographers are spending a lot of time and energy on these teams and trusting in them to put their choreography out on the floor in a way that represents them well. And I think that if this is their goal, they are going to do that. Your choreographers are already proud of you, UVU. Trust me. I'm sure that they are.
I don't think they would choreograph for a team that they didn't fully trust putting their choreography out on the floor. So I think that speaks volumes. Like you said, no matter what you do, they are already proud.
So what to look for in jazz? The team hopes fans feel a genuine connection. Even from the back of the arena, they want the love and respect that they have for one another to come through. And in reading all of these responses, I just know that I am going to cry a lot this year. There are so many teams saying that we want to connect. We want to make the audience feel something. And maybe some of them are, I want to make you feel excited. I want to make you happy. I want to make you smile. But when I hear like, we want to make you feel something, I just think I am going to cry so much this year. For hip hop, as their choreographer Dietrich says, it's going to be an airstrike. And if they execute their vision, this routine is sure to have a lasting impression. Knowing Dietrich's choreography, we don't doubt it. And UVUDT focuses on growth every season, and these two routines have given the athletes opportunities to develop mentally, physically, and emotionally. The dancers changed their profile picture to a dollar bill with their mascot on it. It's giving hip hop. I feel like that's a good bet when it comes to money songs.
I'm going to say Bills by Lunch Money something.
Because I just heard the song recently and I don't think it's their song at all, I'm going to say Buzzin'. I don't know who it's by, but that's my guess. And thank you to Bryn Perkins, their head coach, for sending us what to look for this season.
Next up is Cal State Fullerton. Last year, they placed first in Palm and fifth in Jazz.
Their motto this season is remember your why. After everything that their team has gone through this year, including the loss of their teammate Destiny Morris in November, that phrase has taken on a lot deeper meaning. I cannot imagine what their team is going through this season. I'm sure it has been incredibly difficult. Their motto of remember your why and having intention behind everything that they're doing is just something that's going to be so beautiful. I think this is another one that's going to make me cry for so many reasons. It could be the most exciting Jazz routine, and I probably will cry just imagining what their team has been through this season, and just watching them come together out on the floor will just represent the ways that they've had to come together this season. And remember your why serves as a reminder for their purpose, why they started, why they push through the tough days, and why they give everything on the floor when it matters most. Their main goals this season are to stay consistent, focused, and motivated from start to finish. No matter the outcome, they want to walk away proud of the work that they've put in and the growth that they've achieved as a team. For them, success isn't just about the results, it's about honoring the process and showing up for one another every step of the way. Without giving anything away, these routines are some of the strongest that they've ever put on the floor. They're raw, authentic, and deeply meaningful to them. This season, they approached every performance with a mindset of trying everything, pushing boundaries, trusting the process, and fully committing to the story that they're telling. Fans can expect powerful moments, genuine emotion, and a performance that's just as exciting to watch as it is for the team to perform. And they can't wait to share this energy and experience with everyone tuning in. I think every year I can't wait to see what Cal State Fullerton does, but with this year, they just have such a deep meaning and just a deep purpose behind everything that they're doing. I'm so looking forward to seeing what they bring.
And I think it's undeniable that they have that shared experience, and genuine emotion is going to come through because of, like you said, just all of the emotions that they've felt from beginning to end this season. I'm sure they're dancing for Destiny and keeping her in mind every minute that they're on that floor. But yeah, just hearing all of these teams talk about how these are the strongest they've ever put on the floor, like they just keep rising, just keep getting better and better. It just reminds you of this competition, like not everyone can place first, and you just feel like every team should place first because of how good they are and how much they're pushing themselves. And I just can't wait to see every single team on the floor.
And I feel like every year you ask, like, how could they possibly get better than this?
I mean,
they
place first in Palm. You're like, that is the best of the best, right? And then they somehow put something even more amazing on the floor that you're just, that's the really cool thing about dance is it just keeps growing. It just keeps elevating it.
Can everybody win?
Please. That's me to a T. I want everyone to win first place.
And just have a good time. But with all these goals, like everyone is going to win. If they can meet these goals that they have set for their team, everyone wins.
And just know that we are rooting for every single team that is performing here.
So the team changed their profile picture to a photo of their team in an open window on a rock, maybe a mountain.
What's that Josh Groban song?
If it's a Josh Groban song, I will not survive.
It's like 3 seconds in and you're just bawling. You raise me up.
Well, if it's You Raise Me Up.
You Raise Me Up. That's the one I think it is.
I'm deceased. I was thinking, and I'm a musical, like Broadway girly, so my mind goes there first. But Waving Through a Window from Dear Evan Hansen, that's where my mind goes because they're like in an open window.
Yeah. That's a good guess. You've got the window. I've got the mountain. We're good to go.
Those are both jazz, though. What's the song about mountains?
Remix to You Raise Me Up.
River Deep Mountain High.
Yes.
River Deep Mountain High.
The fringe. I can picture it. Can you imagine a prom costume with fringe on it? Whoa.
Teams, somebody do it.
Somebody do it next year.
Please. We're begging.
Get it started now. Okay, next is University of St. Thomas. Last year, they placed second in jazz and sixth in hip hop.
Their goals this season are all about growth while staying true to who they are as a program and as a team. They've pushed themselves harder than ever this season and hope to bring routines to the floor that create unforgettable moments for everyone watching. I have multiple unforgettable moments from St. Thomas's hip hops over the years, so I do not doubt that they will have unforgettable moments. St. Thomas is notorious for having memorable moments, so I do not doubt that you will have memorable moments, St. Thomas.
I also was very impressed watching their jazz last year. I think their technique is incomparable. And so I just think, yeah, as long as they stay true to who they are, I think their jazzes are always, like, I'm just always blown away by them.
For Jazz this year, they're doing something completely new, sharing a story that hits on a very emotional level, and it's a special routine that they hope everyone can connect with. And at the time that this episode has released, we will have seen it.
Oh, that's right. Best of the Best is this weekend, everybody. So we will be seeing University of St. Thomas. We'll be seeing University of Minnesota.
So many teams
We'll
from
be
like the
seeing-
Midwest.
Yeah. Mankato,
Yeah.
Duluth.
So at the time that you're listening to this, we will have seen it, but as we're recording, we haven't seen it yet. We'll
Okay.
report back without spoiling anything, but
if Casey cries,
I'll let you know if I cry.
we should just make a list of all the teams that you cry at. Cry list.
That's so on brand for me. And then for hip hop, they're highlighting a mix of styles and have added a fun surprise that captures the energy and feel of the dance. What
Giving
could
the
it
audience
be?
a little extra something to enjoy.
What could it be? You guys, I'm so excited. I'm on the edge of my seat. I love St. Thomas hip hop every year. I'm so pumped. Their profile picture is currently their like St. Thomas Shield logo with Abraham Lincoln poking out from behind.
I'm going to guess they're wearing hats in their hip hop.
Like top hats?
No, just any kind of hat.
Any kind of hat.
I don't picture a top hat, really. Honestly, if any team is going to make a top hat look cool,
It would be St. Thomas. Something about pennies.
Oh, another good guess.
No, not a good guess. I don't know what
They
song
just
could be about pennies.
Stopped.
They retired the
producing
penny. Rest in peace, Penny. I mean, it can't be Alexander. Again, my musical brain. It can't be Alexander Hamilton because Abraham Lincoln wasn't around for that.
But it could be because it's like not.
It's like a president. I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
just
they
like
would,
the
if it was
slightest
anything from
connection.
Hamilton, they would do like something more like Founding Fathers.
Oh.
You know? Thank you, Julia Harris, the Spirit Squad coordinator and the dance team head coach, for your response.
We are diving into the open division next, starting with St. Joseph's. Last year, they placed 6th in Palm and 12th in Jazz.
Their motto this season is Power and Unity. So they chose it because it perfectly represents who they are as a team. They not only dance as one on the floor, but also work to maintain a strong bond off of it. Every member is committed to pushing themselves and giving their best in everything that they do. Their goal this season is for each dancer to live with no regrets. It's common for dancers to finish practice feeling like they could have done more, given more of themselves, done better, but their coaches and teams strive for consistency over perfection in every practice. And so far, that mindset has helped them make every practice an opportunity to grow and improve. This year's routines challenge every dancer to reach their fullest potential. Their Palm routine is packed with high energy moments that are sure to thrill the crowd. Notes like that get me on the edge of my seat.
I love the confidence and just like, you are going to be thrilled. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a question. Like,
You
it's
know
not
what?
like we hope to thrill the crowd. It's like, this
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm sad. Literally I'm ready to go. Jazz is a style that they don't usually perform, but they're excited for it and believe fans will love it just as much as they do. Oh,
Cool.
I love that.
I'm ready to love it.
For their profile picture, the team changed it to 4 toy army guys. Okay, I'm setting the scene. Shannon, close your eyes.
Okay.
Everybody close your eyes. Unless you're driving, keep your eyes open, please. But envision 4 toy army guys, one holding a candle, one holding a magnifying glass, one holding a key, and I have no idea what the 4th one is holding, but he's holding something. And they are standing on a road in a barren, hilly, desert-like landscape, and the road is headed towards the Hollywood Tower, which is Tower of Terror in Hollywood Studios. You can open your eyes. So after finals on Sunday, the final day, Disney shuts down Hollywood Studios, just like a section of it for the athletes that competed at UDA and UCA. Tower of Terror is one of the rides that they can ride. So I'm wondering if that's in reference to that and not a reference to their dance. And just like Tower of Terror holds a special place in their team's heart because it's something that they like to do.
To
or
like celebrate after.
because otherwise, if it's like genuinely about the Tower of Terror, then that's giving Twilight Zone. And like that's a whole different vibe. And I wouldn't even know. But the Toy Army guys, I don't know. Palm maybe is like a soldier theme.
That's a good guess.
But I bet it all, like, it's not like they randomly put it in like a barren desert like landscape for no reason.
was
Like that has to
purposeful.
mean something.
I picture like a
know.
Western theme. Like
Interesting. But credit to the whole team for their responses.
next is University of Eau Claire. So last year they placed 5th in hip hop and 10th in jazz.
The Blue Gold's motto this year is "We Before Me," a value that perfectly defines this year's group. The team has a strong mix of experience with a large rookie class, confident sophomores, juniors full of leadership, and 4 seniors who anchor the squad.
Wow, what a powerful way to describe your team.
Yeah, like that's a team that I want to be on. The season is especially special to the coaches, Aaliyah and Anna, as this is their first senior class that they've coached their entire collegiate journey. Quote from Aaliyah, "It has been both a privilege and a deeply rewarding experience to support them from their first days on the team through the culmination of their careers, an honor that is as special as it is bittersweet." I'm crying. That's just so special. You, as a coach, take so much pride in the first group of rookies that you bring on. Like, that's the first team that you help pick, and for them to complete all 4 years with you and just be able to watch them progress from new freshmen coming in, this is your first year of college, to then like you've done this thing a few times before and now you're leading the team and you're leading the new rookies that came in. It's so special watching dancers progress through those stages.
I think one of the things that makes it the most special is it's also the coaches growing over that time with the dancers. There's a picture of a mother just holding her child in her arms, and it says, "Your first year was also my first year," just because of how much you learn over those first years. Looking at them as seniors is almost a mirror of looking at yourself in your 4th year and how far you've come as a coach and how far they've come as an athlete. And so they just hold such a special place in your heart because they went through that journey with you. They trusted you through that time, even through bobbles, through mistakes, through lessons learned. You did that all together. And so it just creates an extra special bond.
This year, the team is focused on truly owning the floor, taking risks, learning from their mistakes, staying vocal and connected, and intentionally practicing positive self-talk. These priorities have guided both their training and the way that their routines come to life. This year, their jazz routine is set to a song the coaches have been holding on to for 4 years. They have been waiting for the perfect team to bring it to life. So I just want to know, like, what is the song? What made you know that this year is the year that you want to use it? What about this team?
I think it's all the things that they described up there, the large rookie class,
absolutely.
The confident sophomores, the juniors full of leadership, the 4 seniors who anchor the squad. They knew. And if you're a choreographer, I feel like you know that feeling of having a song that you're like, oh, I'm saving this for the right time.
Absolutely.
Because it's
I've done it.
You vibe with it so much that like you know it, you're going to create just the best routine to it.
Clearly, there is something about this year that is just different with this team. So I cannot wait to see what this song is. And hip hop, they said that it took some time to find the right mix, but once they did, they found it. Like in all caps, we found it. This season, they're ready to shake the floor and make a bold, unforgettable statement. And the vibe that I'm getting from Eau Claire right now is that this is going to be an unforgettable year for them. I cannot wait to see what Eau Claire, the blue gold dance team, puts out on the floor. Their profile picture is currently a salt shaker and a piece of candy laying next to this like rift. It looks like the ground has pulled apart and there's just like a streak of blue light down in the rift.
Shake it like a salt shaker, shake it like a salt shaker. That's the song.
Well,
That's
I'm
gotta be one
wondering
of
if
the
it's
songs.
like a salt and pepper mix, but then I don't understand the candy. I don't know, but thank you to the Blue Gold dance team from the University of Wisconsin Eau Claire. Their Instagram is at UWEC dance team. And special thank you to Aaliyah and Anna for helping us out.
Next up, we have Orange Coast College. So last year, they placed 3rd in jazz and 7th in pom.
Their motto this season is one team, one dream, OCC. This season, they're focused on working together as a team, building strength both mentally and physically with every practice. They're committed to making the most of every moment on and off the floor as they prepare for nationals. That's fabulous because not only are they wanting to make the most of every moment and leave everything on the floor, but also off the floor. And I take that as time spent together as a team, and they just don't want to take anything for granted and just take every moment in to the fullest with their teammates.
And I think building strength both mentally and physically with every practice speaks volumes to their team because that tells me they're a team that practices like they are performing. And that is what's going to bring the strongest team to nationals.
And I think like growing mentally is such a huge part of it too, because just like overcoming and pushing through. And when your legs are ready to give out, just mentally pushing through that.
Figuring out how to do that when you're at practice will allow you to be able to do that on the floor at nationals. People talk a lot about how like nationals is not necessarily going to be like a perfect scenario. You're not going to be like the most well-rested you've ever been, eaten enough calories to fuel you, like no sore muscles, no jet lag. It's not a perfect utopia in that building as much as we want it to be, right? And so figuring out how to push through any of those obstacles that could very well come up at nationals is going to put you in the best position, because those are the teams that are going to push forward are the ones that you fall, you get back up, and you keep going, figuring out how to jump back into a routine.
Their 2026 routines are action-packed, blending technical skill, emotion, and storytelling to showcase the team as a whole.
Action-packed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Their profile picture, there's like a house from Roblox's game Natural Disaster Survival Game. And then standing in front of the house are like Roblox characters, but they're like actual people. There's some Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, I think DJ Khaled, and then Pitbull maybe? Like one looked kind of like Pitbull. Is there a DJ Khaled and Pitbull song?
I don't have a clue.
There's also monkeys, capybara, and a cat.
I'm not touching that one either. Love Pitbull though. If it's any Pitbull song anywhere in
It's
their
a
dances.
vibe. There's a song called Rep My City by DJ Khaled featuring Pitbull. Is it DJ Khaled? I've been saying it wrong. Oops.
You were confident, so I trusted you.
So maybe it's like a DJ Khaled and Pitbull mix? Orange Coast, there's a lot going on here. I have no guesses, and maybe that was the point. And maybe each individual thing means something.
Maybe each individual thing means nothing. Like, we just don't know.
Maybe, and maybe it's just for fun.
Yeah.
But you said action-packed. You said technical skill, storytelling. You said all of the things. And with this profile picture, I don't know what to expect with your team. And I think that's what makes it so exciting. And thank you to Danica Robertson, their captain, for her responses.
Moving on to University of Minnesota Duluth. Last year, they placed second in jazz and second in pom.
Their motto is, "The dog's time starts now." It ties directly into one of their routines. It also represents something bigger. Every moment this season matters.
Also, their school mascot is the bulldog.
And this is their time to fully embrace and showcase how special their program is, and they're beyond excited to share all the hard work they've put in. Their goal is to keep improving each year and push the open division, so not just their team, but the division as a whole, to new heights. While medals and a national championship are always on the radar, what really defines their season is celebrating the small victories along the way and growing together as a team. And it's that journey that makes this group truly special. In jazz this year, fans can expect powerful full team movement with standout solo moments, which Shannon will love.
I love that. You knew I love that.
I do know that. You love a solo or like a small group and the way they tie together.
It's so beautiful. I love the synchronized portions of routines. Like, I think those are so powerful because having that many people dance as one is so cool. But then, like, the pull-out moments just give you a whole different vibe than...
I feel like they, like, add a storyline, too.
They always enhance the routine no matter what it is. Like, even if it's just, like, the movement quality. Like, it doesn't have to be a trick. It's like the storytelling. Like, you picture that person as like a character in this story, or that group as like characters in this story. And so it just adds another layer of storytelling.
This routine is especially meaningful, and the team pours a lot of emotion into every second. And in pom, they're pushing the open division with speed, acro, and dynamic, fun sections.
They're going to have back tucks for sure. Or like back handspring. I feel like I've seen a lot in D1A. A lot of back tucks, like small group back tucks.
And if they're saying like they want to push the open division,
I feel like they're heading in that direction.
Yeah, good for them. And overall, this team has had a blast bringing this theme to life. And the hints that we have from their profile picture, the dancers changed their profile pictures to a grandfather clock with mannequin arms and a white t-shirt standing in a heavily wooded area. The time reads 10:10 on the grandfather clock, but I don't know if that means anything or if it's just like a random time. So are they going to do like a time themed pom?
There are so many songs that have time themes in them, so the possibilities are endless.
Gosh. In the heavily wooded area.
That part I don't know anything about.
I was trying to think and I can't come up with anything. Again, please comment if you have any idea. But thank you to the whole team. You can follow them at UMD Dance Team on Instagram.
Next up, we have Stockton University. So they placed 4th in hip hop and 17th in jazz semis.
Stockton's motto this year is elevate. So with every practice, they focus on improving and growing, carrying that mindset through the entire season and all the way to nationals. Their goals this season are to stay united as a team, keep improving and committing to their craft, make unforgettable memories, and of course, go for a championship. And as you should. What to look for this year from Stockton is confidence. They have a lot to prove this season, and they are feeling very strong and proud at this point in the season. And fans can expect them to take the stage with energy, have fun, and show the world exactly what they're made of. And thank you to the whole team and their social/public relations officer, Chloe, for the responses.
Next, we have the College of New Jersey. They placed 3rd in hip hop, 9th in jazz, and 5th in game day.
The College of New Jersey's motto this year is reset, and it's more than just a 2026 theme. It reflects their program as a whole. Nationals can be a really intense time of year with long practices, high pressure, but reset is a reminder that the push comes from within. By resetting their minds, they can push their bodies further than they ever thought possible. It's a simple word with a big impact both on and off the floor. If you are in a team setting and everybody's stressed, everybody's tired, tensions are high, all you have to do is just say that one word, and whatever you need to do to reset in that moment, whether it's like close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, and come back and keep working towards your common goal. Their goal for Nationals 2026 is simple: leave with no regrets. Dance is subjective and anything can happen, but they want to know that they gave everything that they had. And that's so incredibly valid because you can do the best that you're capable of, and another team can do the best that they're capable of, and the judges pick that routine over yours. But as long as you're proud of what you did and you know that there is nothing else that you could have done differently, that's all that matters. That is really all that matters. And if you're leaving the floor with no regrets, knowing that you gave everything you possibly had, you put in every extra minute in practice leading up to it,
I feel like that's mostly where the regret comes from, is the preparation, preparing to the fullest, making sure that you are in the best position possible going into nationals. Because at that point, there's not much more you can do once you get to nationals. So it's really in the preparation where I feel like people either have the biggest regrets or the biggest pride.
And whether it's going for one last full out run or keeping a positive, supportive energy, they want both routines to be nothing short of their absolute best. Janelle Esteem, a third-year member of the team, said, "We don't want to leave Florida wishing we'd done more." Fans should watch for this team stepping outside of their comfort zone in every style. Last year, they tried open hip hop for the first time.
Wow.
And though uncomfortable at first, it ended up being rewarding, earning them 3rd place. This year, they're continuing to explore this style and push their growth even further. And in jazz, they're experimenting with a new approach, highlighting their dancers' versatility. And overall, their 2026 routines reflect a team committed to challenging themselves and keeping both themselves and the audience on their toes. I'm already on my toes, College of New Jersey.
I love their honesty. I've never related to something more than hip hop being uncomfortable at first. Like, if it's not your signature style, it is uncomfortable. And I feel like there's a lot of like imposter syndrome of other people do this better. I feel tacky or I'm too poised. I don't know. It's just like, it's so different. It's very hard to get your body comfortable with that style if it's not something that you've done your whole life and is one of your strongest styles. And I love that they like that it paid off for them and they got 3rd place and they got that reinforcement and recognition that like, no, you're on the right track. Like, it might be uncomfortable, but you're doing it and you're doing it well. And so like keep going and you're only going to get better.
They changed their profile picture to a gas pump on a dock, like in a lake.
Cool.
Not a clue, but I feel like the gas pump has to be in regards to hip hop.
Pump it up.
I was thinking like gas pedal.
Okay. Yours are always like way more current than mine. Our songs are like 20 years apart.
Well, you got to have both because sometimes they do go for the older songs. Yeah. And then the dock and the lake, I feel like that has to be jazz and just the lake vibes. Maybe it's Taylor Swift's.
There had to be one.
I think it's her home studio. She calls it like the Long Pond Studio, and she recorded like acoustic version of Folklore in it. So maybe it's a pond and not a lake, and it's a Taylor Swift acoustic folklore song. As a Minnesotan, I was looking at this picture of the lake and I was like, wait, I've been there. Like it looked like
one of our 10,000 lakes.
Yeah, it's definitely
That's one that I've been to.
Okay, the College of New Jersey is doing their jazz song has something to do with Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
And one of our 10,000 lakes. That's my final prediction.
Buzzer beater.
Thank you to Janelle Esteem, a third year on the College of New Jersey dance team, for your help.
Last up, we have the College of St. Benedict. So last year they placed 5th in jazz and 5th in pom.
Why not us? Prove them wrong and confidence within. These are their 3 mottos and their 3 phrases that capture the team's mindset for the season. They believe they belong on the floor, they trust the work that they've put in, and they aim to perform with confidence that comes from within. Their goals for this season are to improve on last year's placement, but above all, leave the floor with no regrets, knowing that they gave everything and delivered their best performances. The jazz routine delivers a compelling story designed to leave a lasting impression on the audience. So this is going to be one to watch. This is going to be one that people are going to remember. Their pom routine is filled with high energy, skill-heavy sequences, highlighting the athleticism the Bennies haven't fully showcased before this season.
Okay, Bennies.
So shout out to St. Ben's for doing something that they haven't done and haven't showcased before.
They're just ready to go all out.
I cannot wait to see what you mean by skill-heavy sequences.
Our jaws are going to be on the floor.
Their profile picture, it's Freddie Mercury dressed as a king with a red phone by his ear. But I'm thinking like it's a Queen song. I'm thinking Queen is going to be for jazz. And then maybe like Telephone, the Beyonce and Lady Gaga song,
that's exactly the one that I was thinking
for
of.
pom.
Yeah.
Or just like a phone theme.
It could be like, instead of a Queen song, it could also just be like a royal theme.
Especially
like
since it's like
Lord.
Freddie Mercury, who's the lead singer of Queen, dressed as a king.
That would be a little bit more indirect.
What if it's Royals by Lord? Another thing I wanted to note, so this is the first season as head coach for Bailey Stark. She couldn't say enough good things about the team and their growth throughout the season. The Bennies have new choreographers for both jazz and pom, and they set out with the goal to push their athletes out of their comfort zone. And it definitely sounds like they're going to be doing that with the high energy, skill heavy sequences and pom. Their routines this year will look and feel very different from past years. So I'm so curious. Again, we'll be seeing them on Sunday. So at the time that this episode airs, we'll have seen it already. And I'm just so excited to see what your team does, Bailey. Thank you so much for reaching out and letting us know about your program, and congratulations on your first year as head coach.
So one thing we want to jump back to is last episode we talked about the rules and regulations handbook, and we held off on sharing about scoring because we were waiting to hear back from UDA. Our correspondent from UDA is Katie Figueiredo. She's the dance scoring specialist for Varsity Spirit, and she has just been phenomenal sharing everything she possibly can because she wants scoring to be as clear, consistent, and understandable for not only the dancers, competitors, but also parents, spectators, like anyone watching. She wants to make sure we understand how these dances are being scored. You might want to have the score sheet pulled up if you are not like driving or doing something else while you listen to this. But in years past, the max raw score has been 105 because the Spirit video was 5 points of the score sheet. So if you remember, this is the first year that they took out scoring the Spirit video. It is still required for teams to do for eligibility purposes. They're not scoring it this year. So the raw score now for all teams is 100. So it's much more clear versus once they got to the event score, like they always translate the raw score to event score. Event score is once deductions have been taken out. So raw score is just the score sheet without any deductions. But if there is an error, if there's anything that they were taken off of, they subtract that from the raw score, and that's how you get the event score. But just know that when you're seeing these lower scores, it's not because teams are not doing as well. It's just because of those 5 points from the Spirit video. If you're looking at the score sheet, the execution score sheet is 60 points. It's 40 for execution and 20 for overall impression. And then there's a separate choreography score sheet. And that's again 40 points for choreography and 20 points for overall. And those 20 points in both the execution and the choreography score sheet from all 6 judges is averaged. So it's not like 20 plus 20 from each. And that's why it equals 100, because you've got 40 points from execution, 40 from choreography, and then 20 averaged across all the judges for overall. They're averaging between execution and choreography. So let's say a judge gives an 18 for overall execution and 20 for overall choreography. That team isn't getting 38 points. They're getting 19. they're averaging the 18 and the 20 points to get 19 total points to add to that 40 from execution, 40 from choreography. So that's how you're getting that 100 points for the raw score. It's the same for game days. The game day score sheet has the fight song, which is worth 30 points, the game situation, which is worth 30 points, and the performance routine, which is worth 30 points. On each of those score sheets, there's 10 points for overall effect, and those are again averaged, which is how you get to the highest possible raw score is still 100. I just want to clarify too, because I feel like there's always a lot of questions of whether the semifinal score affects the final score of a team, and it does not. Those are two totally separate scores. What a team scores in semifinals has absolutely no relation to what their final score is.
That's not what I would have guessed. We talked about what the judges expect and kind of the captions on the score sheet in episode 4 when we first introed UDA, and then the last episode, episode 7, when we talked about breaking down the rulebook. So go ahead and listen to those if you want to dive a little deeper into understanding all of this.
But we will continue to explain it too, like as we're going over scores, as UDA is happening and we're talking about team scores, we'll make sure, just to make sure it's clear to everyone. So if it doesn't make sense now, that's okay. Like it might take a couple of times to fully understand it. Like I said, Katie was awesome in explaining it. If you have any questions too, you can email udarules@varsity.com, and she's wonderful at explaining anything that you are unsure about or confused about to make sure that you have a clear idea of what scoring looks like. Or if you have any follow-up questions that we didn't answer, let us know and we can continue to talk to Katie and make sure that we have a full picture of that.
We're here because we want to make things as understandable as possible for anyone to enjoy.
And I think it's clear that that is Varsity's mission too. They want to make sure that everything is understandable for everyone, not just the competitors inside nationals.
The more you understand something, the more you enjoy it. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that I don't need to know about the rule book. I don't need to know what the score is to enjoy this thing. And that's great. That is so great. But I'm one of those people that, and I know Shannon is too, that I want to understand why everything is the way it is. I want to understand the difference between the raw score and the event score.
We just want to share that with you and just know that we're learning alongside you. So like we said, if you have any questions, like we will find out the answer if we don't know them, because we don't know everything. And this is so fun to learn about because it's just going to take UDA Nationals to a whole nother level.
So wrapping things up, in our first 7 episodes, we've covered everything that goes into a nationals routine: the practice, learning choreography, strength training, the technique, and even studying the rules and regulations. And it all comes back to this: behind every routine, every move, and every moment on the floor, it's the heart of these teams that truly bring nationals to life.
Today, we set out to break down the mindsets of 16 outstanding teams, their mottos, their goals, and what they hope fans look for this weekend. So when you're watching nationals this weekend, remember that the athletes you see on the floor are more than the flips, turns, and technical skills. They're the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices, and the bonds that carry them through the season. Every routine is a reflection of their hard work, their passion, and their heart. When you cheer for them, you're cheering for the people behind the performance, not just the performance itself.
So this weekend, when you're watching nationals, we encourage you to keep an open mind. Watch teams you might not have considered before and see them through the lens of athletes fully committed to their craft. We hope this episode helped you find a new team or 2 to cheer for, and who knows, you might discover your new favorite.
If you liked today's episode, or if you are on any one of the teams that we mentioned today, please consider sharing this podcast with your friends and family so they can hear more about your team's message. For any topic request, feel free to send us a DM on any of our socials. We want to make sure we're sharing what you want to hear.
And we currently have 7 5-star reviews on Spotify, so thank you so much to those of you that have. If you haven't already, please take a few seconds to do so. We would really, really appreciate it. And we are so excited to say that we have over 300 active listeners in the first month. Shannon and I were not expecting this at all. We wanted to do this because it was something fun to do together, and we're just passionate about dance, but we're not expecting this much love and acceptance and support by the entirety of the dance team community. We have so many wonderful people reaching out to us and letting us know that they listen, including not only dancers and fans themselves, but coaches, choreographers, teams. Just everybody has been so loving and welcoming. So thank you so, so much. We have so much gratitude for all of you. So we wanted to ask you, our team, to follow and subscribe so we can continue bringing these stories to you One little follow from you really, really does go a long way in the podcasting world. So please help us out and do so if you haven't already. We are so grateful to everyone who has so far. But just take a few seconds and give us a follow, subscribe to us on YouTube.
Thanks for breaking down how teams are approaching nationals with us. To stay on beat with all things college dance, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at 8Count Breakdown.
Today's episode of the 8Count Breakdown was written and produced by Casey Rush and Shanyn Hill, editing by our team.
We want to give a huge thank you to all the teams who shared their time, thoughts, and insights with us for this episode. Your openness and willingness to let us peek behind the curtain is what makes this episode possible, and we're so grateful to share your stories with our listeners. We can't wait to see all of you take the floor at Nationals 2026. To our listeners, make sure you're following these teams on social media so you can follow along on their Nationals journeys.
If you are a coach or athlete on a team competing at UDA Nationals this weekend and you want a chance to share your story, please reach out to us on our socials or send us an email at 8countbreakdown@gmail.com. We would love to share your team's message with our listeners.
And thank you again to the dance community for all of your outpouring, love, and support. We cannot put into words our gratitude for everyone helping to share our little podcast with their friends, family, and teammates. We really could not do this without you. Thank you, team.
With that, we'll catch you right back here next week for all things college dance. This has been
8Count Breakdown.